friends.
Good morning or afternoon or night, depending on when you're listening to this.
The beauty of the internet, we can be in your pocket, in your pants, at any time.
Oh, God.
Welcome back to A Couple of Fellas. If you haven't heard the news, the quarantine is still in effect and has been extended pretty much everywhere. Yeah. At least Massachusetts is through May 4th now. What about Connecticut?
Oh, God, I don't even know. I try not to keep too up to date on that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm just living my life right now. Still going to work, still trying to make it through.
Yeah, you're one of the few that's still going to work.
Yeah. Dude, so I was talking about this with some people, including you, and it's like, I'm very grateful that I still have a job and I still just have a job at all. A lot of people don't anymore, which is crazy how many people are unemployed right now.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Past 10 million over 2 weeks.
Jesus. So, yeah, I'm grateful that I still have a job, and whatever I have to do to keep it, is fine. And I still get to go into work every day, which is, I still get to see people every day, which is something a lot of people are starving for, which is also nice.
From 6 feet away, at least, right?
Yeah, of course. But at the same time, it's man, I complain a lot about how back in high school I was able to just sit down and play video games or watch anime or whatever for hours on end, and it'd kind of be nice to get another opportunity like that, because when in my life am I going to get another opportunity like that?
You would think never.
And I was thinking, how long could I go in true isolation? I can still, call people and FaceTime people, obviously, but...
Are you allowed to go pick up groceries? Or,
yeah,
Or do you mean, I have to stock up and then lock up?
Yeah, I could still go get groceries and stuff.
Oh.
I could still, go on runs, but, really just not one-on-one hanging out with anybody, living on my own, and just catching up on all those video games and movies that I've wanted to catch up on for years now. How long could I go? I feel 2 weeks, easy. 3 weeks, probably. Could I go a whole month and be just, fine and not, stir crazy?
This is interesting, because while I definitely enjoy your company, the company of friends and family, etc., when I think about that situation, first of all, is this without work from home? Although I can do my job from home, do you mean quarantined and nothing to do at home?
Yeah, in this hypothetical, we can cover that later, but sure, yeah, no work from home, literally.
Okay.
You have an income still, so you can still, afford food and things, but, yeah, no, you are just left to your own devices in terms of filling your time.
Because when I think about this at the outset, it feels like the answer is a long time.
Yeah, indefinitely, right?
Pretty much. But that might be because I'm doing 40 hours a week from my apartment.
Yeah.
So the bulk of my daytime hours, at least during the weekdays, are full. And then it still is a treat when I get to play an hour or 2 hours of video games.
Yeah, you're still earning your reward.
Exactly. If it was no hangout and I'm not working for the 40 hours a week, that actually might be harder to last.
Yeah.
I think that
definitely.
I think I would burn out my enjoyment of it before going stir crazy in a much shorter time. But I still think the answer is at least a month. I think I could probably do 6 weeks before I'm itching to mix it up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, because as my life is now, I rarely ever go 2 full days without seeing another person or, hanging out with a person. Because of work, I have, people every day, and then I'm always, doing stuff on the weekends, meeting up with people, whatever. So...
Social distancing!
Yeah, but I'm saying, before social distancing and before this whole disease thing took root, I always was around people, and so I think it would be... So if I had a day to myself, it would be fine. It would be enjoyed, and I'd be oh, I don't have to do anything with anyone else today. I can just, go get groceries, cook, play video games, do all that kind of stuff. Whereas now, I don't know how long I could possibly last. Because if I do go 2 days, I do get kind of lonely. Without, seeing another person at all.
Dang.
I
just thought of another big lynch factor in this. Linchpin factor, not lynching.
Yeah. Hanging yourself.
I have Freya.
That's true.
Which is easy to discount because she's not great for conversation, but that's still another
living being,
another entity in my household.
Yeah, who loves you.
I'm still, bound by her needs, feed her, water her, walk her, everything else. So it's interaction, and she cuddles, and she's cute. It's not like I'm sitting here and the only sound is my breathing and the video game or movie I'm watching.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about that. If I was actually locked up in my apartment or whatever, and
adopt a cat real quick.
Yeah, kind of. It was like, because right now I don't get a pet because I'm so busy with everything I was talking about before, and I don't want that responsibility of training a small animal. And so, if I did actually have months to myself, and I knew that I was going to have months to myself, that seems like the perfect time to set aside and actually train an animal, and get it house trained, make sure it's not eating all my shit while I'm gone. It seems like it would be a good opportunity.
I have at least one friend who's in the process of adopting a cat right now.
Dude, I have two friends who got dogs. We have two friends. Aaron got a dog. Oh my god. So
Aaron, he's living the married life though.
Yeah, dude, Aaron's life, him and his girlfriend moved out to Colorado and then got a dog, and then the corona hit. And so it's just the three of them in this house
not
together all the time. Yeah, not actually married, but together all the time. Like, that's before they expected it to, without knowing a lot of people around them either, because they just moved out across the country. Like,
that is the crucible.
Dude, that is quarantine on hard mode, I feel like. Oh my goodness.
They're playing survival, not
exactly. They seem like they're making it work, though. They seem like they're doing all right.
That's intense. And I feel like, I don't know all of the statistics everywhere, but I feel like Colorado is probably not the worst place to be. At the very least, in terms of human congestion, you're not up each other's butts.
Colorado has some of the most cases in the country. Like by Denver and stuff. They have a ton of cases.
Washington, real heavy hit. New York, New Orleans, California. Yep. Those are hot spots.
Massachusetts is pretty bad.
Massachusetts is actually really high up there.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go and put on my EMT hat later today and transport a bunch of them.
Yeah. Jersey, too. Jersey's another one, but that's just because they're always trying to be like...
But is Colorado?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Colorado has pretty high numbers.
Every state got hit, and the U.S. now has passed 250,000. That's a lot of cases, man.
Yeah.
We passed 1 million worldwide. I told you on Monday we were at, 700 and something thousand?
Yeah, 600 or 700.
And you guessed Thursday we hit 1 million. The initial morning briefing came in, 930,000. Like, Friday's got it. I'm going to win the bet. And then by Friday morning, I got an email from New York Times saying that yesterday we hit 1 million.
Yep.
Like, Steve had it right.
I was playing Zelda, checking the numbers. There it is.
Running outside to cough on people, like celebrate your bet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was making sure I won.
Man, I don't know how long the lockdown in Colorado is either, but best of luck to Aaron and them.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, it's. Yeah, go ahead.
Virginia is locked down through June 10th already.
Wow.
Through June 10th, which, in case counting isn't for you, that's more than 2 months from now.
Christ. After, pretty much a month already.
Ty has online work for medical school, but he's not rotating anywhere. He's not working in any doctor's offices. So he is a medical school student, and he has the time to play video games and watch TV and catch up.
Wow.
And let me tell you, that man sounds grateful.
Dude, what did we talk about before Corona?
I don't know. But
what did anyone talk about?
We should just change this to the Corona cast.
Yeah, really.
This is clearly our big money-making topic. At least idea-making.
Yeah, seriously.
And on the topic, yesterday in particular, with all of those news briefing emails I get, I started feeling quite a bit more vindicated in some of my earlier predictions. For example, and I almost backpedaled writing the description on the Chive Corona episode, disclaimer, Zane doesn't know anything about how this impacts economics because I sounded like such a jackass. But it's come back around. I saw news articles saying, that there are some political pushes that at some point we're going to have to start opening the country.
Yeah, seriously.
Even if it's premature, knowing more people will die to continue the economy moving.
Yeah.
Which was one of the risks I was worried about. Dairy farmers had to dump tons of milk because although the production is the same, infrastructure and supply line wise, they're not able to get the milk to people enough.
So the cows are getting a break. That's good news.
No, they're getting milked and then it's getting thrown away.
Oh.
It's bad news.
No, not the cows.
But yeah, there's like supply line and actual delivery issues.
Uh-huh.
Amazon's getting pushed back. All of the Prime things I've ordered are now 2 or 3 or 4 week estimates instead of 2-day shipping. Like we're so spoiled. Remember, I told you, infrastructure and supply chains are going to start breaking down. Yeah. We're 1 month into what looks like 3 months of quarantine, and it's starting to hit bad.
Yeah, you got to wonder when the economic hit is worse than the disease hit.
And after raising that viewpoint a couple episodes ago, I was embarrassed and thought that was stupid and ill thought out. And now it's starting to happen. And I'm like, oh, I kind of wish that I had been wrong.
Yeah, exactly. But
playing pessimist got me closer to the bullseye on this one.
There's so many like little things too where this falls down onto. Just it trickles down into every aspect of life. It feels like when people just are shutting in and not doing anything, when money's just not moving around.
Definitely dating apps. There's a lot of people on them and not so many people willing to meet up.
Yeah, exactly.
For a date.
Yeah, I'm getting notifications on all of them about like going on video dates and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I'm probably not either.
I don't need to put my third best foot forward.
Although I have a couple friends who have gone on like a video date and they loved it. They said it was a great experience.
You're talking about Danny?
I am talking about Danny. My couple friends, Danny.
Danny is a unique individual, and I don't think his experiences can be generalized to what the rest of the world would feel.
Oh, wait, no, I have another friend. Hamza also, I believe, went on a video date, and he was saying how...
You might remember Hamza from episode 8 and 9?
9 and 12.
9 and 12.
Yeah. Well,
it studies the catalog.
I just remember that because he was upset after 12 went up that he was not 9 and 11.
Hamza. Oof.
But yeah.
At least the joke got made now.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, they said they're great because you just like talk to the person and you can kind of just dip whenever you want and not feel too bad about it. You're not stuck in an awkward situation.
It's breaking up. Bye.
Yeah. You say that, and then they're like, your video is so smooth. I can see you.
I can see the dog walking back and forth.
Yeah, exactly.
No, can't. Huh?
I can hear your perfect metronome in the background. Keeping pace.
The chill hop lo-fi beats to study and relax to are still uninterrupted behind you.
Oh, dude, I love chill-fi lo-hop, Stidy, and relax beats. You know what I'm saying?
I just try and hit 60% of the words, and people know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the order is never important, honestly. They can figure it out. They're smart out there.
I can't believe that channel didn't win a Grammy.
I've been listening to that for years, though.
I was listening to it yesterday.
Yeah, it's like light Adderall. If you drink it, if you have it with some coffee, you have some lo-fi beats going on, you get zoned into whatever you're doing.
It's perfect.
It really is.
I was wondering about that too, because it's a live stream, right? At least the girl's studying at her desk, like we all know.
Yeah.
So is there one person or a couple of people or an algorithm or just a big song pile that automatically runs one into the next? Like, how is that?
Yeah.
Every 2 minutes, are they adding at least one song?
I think it's just a person who just kind of collects music like from other people, because the same person has a Spotify playlist, and that's how I listen to it. And yeah, it just updates pretty often. There's just like new songs added, other songs taken off, and
I know a lot of these things become more self-sustaining once you get to a certain point.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure once he had 10,000 viewers listening live all the time, there are music artists that are like sending it in. Check out this.
Yeah, definitely.
So it gets way easier. But I was wondering about this the other day. Like, did they just have to collect at least 100 songs and then start the live and then add 10 and add 10 and add 10? And the library is just getting bigger and it is running through them? Or is this a single linear playlist that they have built? Because if so, that is remarkable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know how he procures new music.
So if you had 100 songs and then you added 20 and it's randomly going through the 100, at the beginning, at the inception of this playlist, you would hear repeats fairly often. But as you add 20 and add 20 and add 20 and add 20 for months, eventually your playlist is 800 songs long.
Yeah.
And you got to listen to it for a long time before you start hearing repeats.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not difficult to have an algorithm or a program that randomly plays it, automatically blends between them, and doesn't repeat until it's used all of them.
Yeah,
like those are the three things you would need, right?
Yeah, just like a shuffle play, kind of the whole thing.
Basically.
Yeah, I think it's more of a rotation though. I don't think it is just this years-long aggregation of a billion songs.
That's good too.
Yeah.
Take out the old stuff, but I'm wondering, where the line is for how much work it takes to keep that going and to keep it live.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, keeping it live, I guess is that just keeping a computer on all the time?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Has it always been live? Do they tag off with someone else?
That's a good question.
You run it for 24 hours, I'll sleep.
We need to get Chilled Cow on the podcast and interview him about how he runs his lo-fi hip-hop beats to study/chill too.
Look, I'll be honest, that'd be a pretty sweet guest.
Yeah. That's some of like the only merch I've ever really considered buying because I was like, damn, dude, these beats really kind of got me through a couple of years of college. Like late nights in the library, I gotta focus, can't listen to music with words in it.
There is a set of snacks, people, feelings, and locations that I associate very strongly with that.
The four most important things.
It is bookworms in the Yukon Library, the Bookworms Cafe.
Absolutely.
Their drinks and soups, because I would get those a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The second or third floor of the library, in that corner, there's, 3 or 4 desks that the usual squad would sit at.
Mm-hmm.
The people, like your friend who still Snapchats, Danny, a bunch of our SIGAP guys. Yes, exactly. And the feeling, which is usually being around people that are very stressed while I have a bit of a better handle on my workload and I'm enjoying their company.
Oh, man.
It was an atmosphere of stress, but it wasn't really my stress.
Dude, I would hang out in the library so often, and I would very often not get any work done. Like, I would go there with the intention of doing some work. I'd find a table of my friends and just be so unproductive for such a long time. It was amazing that I did as well as I did in college, considering that was my work ethic.
The intent to do work.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not bad.
That's all that matters.
And sometimes it was till 2 a.m.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes it definitely was till 2 a.m. in the winter, walking home in the dark, across campus, uphill. Oh, man.
Man, back to the Ville.
Yeah.
The farthest possible residential walk on campus.
Yeah, pretty much.
From the library. Dang.
Yeah, that was always crazy. I don't know if I brought this up in a previous podcast, but because bookworms closed at midnight, it'd be like, shit, it's 11:30. I'm not really close to done yet. Better go get a Monster before the cafe closes. I can't imagine doing that now. Are you kidding me? A Monster at 11:30? What am I, an animal?
You're a monster.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly who they're marketing to. Although
there was one night before Corona, when I was at a shrine with a couple friends, and my buddy just kept...
And what is Shrine for all our non-Connecticut friends?
Right. Shrine is a club in the Foxwoods Casino. And a friend of mine just kept ordering vodka Red Bulls. And so then when it was my turn to buy him drinks, it was like, well, I can't get something worse, or cheaper or whatever. So then I was also just buying vodka Red Bulls all night. And I can't believe neither of us had a heart attack. Like, we were just dancing, moving around, sweating, drinking vodka Red Bull for a few hours.
That reminds me of Luby's stroke story.
Oh, goodness.
And I kind of want to tell it.
Yeah, when he's on the podcast one day, maybe. I'm sure he could tell it better than either of us.
I wouldn't mind hearing it when he gets here from both our perspectives.
Yeah, true.
The outside and the inside.
Yeah.
What a hero. We'll have to have him on. Maybe we can figure out all of these Zoom privacy concerns, Skype calls.
Yeah, dude, that seems like a good time.
Oh, The
We
Zoom
definitely should do that.
Zoom jumped from 10 to 200 million viewers in March.
Have you heard of some of these like Zoom controversies? Like these people who are hacking in and just doing heinous things?
Only a little bit from you, but I'm going to pretend I haven't to set you up to tell it right now.
So in one of them, there was like a 3rd grade class where this teacher over Zoom was reading the class like a book. And then this guy somehow hacks in. I don't know how hard it is to hack into a Zoom call, but it's just this big chubby white man in a thong just repeatedly saying the N-word.
Nebulizer?
Exactly, dude. These kids don't know what that word means. They're probably so confused. They can't pay attention to the book. But could you imagine how, like, I don't know, if I was a teacher, like, I mean, yeah, you stop the discussion quickly, but
are you able to, option 1, kick that one person from the call? Option 2, shut down the whole call.
I'm sure he could get back in.
Option 3, if it's a public thing and the teacher tries to leave, does that shut down the classroom call, or does that just leave all the 3rd graders and this guy?
With this, like, weird pedophile-esque man.
Is that abandonment? Do you just start screaming, kids, turn it off? Kids, turn it off?
Please, for the love of God.
How do you even handle that?
What's the opposite of the N-word so that the destructive interference will make it silent?
You have to flip it and reverse it.
Yeah. You have to say the N-word in negative.
I can speak in negative.
Yeah. To cancel it out. So that was one, and then there was another one, and I don't remember the age of this class, but it was another like classroom online setting where somebody hacked in and just started playing video from the Columbine massacre, which is so fucked, dude. Like, where are these... Who has these ideas? Who are these demented people?
Who has that clip saved?
Oh, I'm sure a lot of people. Or I'm sure you can find it online.
Oh.
If you want. Bad enough.
Wow.
Yeah.
That takes miscreant up to a new level.
I know. It's... Oh, my goodness. There are just some heinous people who just want to watch the world burn out there. They have nothing to gain from this.
Nothing at all.
Other than the meme and people talking about them on podcasts.
Oh, God, we're fueling the fire.
Yeah, we're definitely part of the problem.
Oh, man.
If we weren't cis-white male enough before.
Oof. Playing the column, that's pretty bad. That's pretty heavy.
I think that's worse than the other one.
I think that's worse.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how you could honestly top that in terms of bad stuff, and that's... Unless you go straight to, like, cartel videos. That's
like ISIS beheadings.
I think that might be the one. Man.
Yeah. Or just pure, like gore porn or something. Like 2 Girls, 1 Cup would be pretty rough. 2 girls. That'd be a pretty rough one to play to a kindergarten reading Dr. Seuss. The thing is, though, if I was in kindergarten, no, I know what someone shitting in a cup would be. But, like, actual sexual stuff, if I was in kindergarten, I feel like it would go right over my head. Like, if there were just 2 people fucking and I was 5 years old.
And 3 feet tall.
I think I would just...
It's pretty easy to send stuff over your head.
Yeah, exactly. I think I would just... Nice. I think I would just, like, not know what was going on. Like, why are they naked? That's pretty weird. That's not good.
Mommy, do we have a potty cup?
Yeah. I try eating my own shit.
You know how
they seem to enjoy it.
You know how impressionable kindergartners are.
Yeah, exactly.
My strange addiction. It all started during the corona pandemic.
When something awoke.
Oh my God, did you get sick? No. In our Zoom call.
Well, I did, but not from the virus. It was from eating my own feces.
Yeah. E. coli, not corona.
Yeah.
That can't be healthy. And I understand it takes all kinds of kinds, and there are people who are into scat play, but I think that was my first reaction in middle school or whatever age we were when you heard about 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Mm-hmm. Middle school, early high school. It's like, that sounds like it would actually damage your body.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. And your soul. For sure your soul. There's some stains that bleach aren't going to take out.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't.
It took a long time, I think with Ty, to try and find it in like 7th, 8th grade. And all you find were reaction videos.
Yep.
because I didn't know how to go to page 2 of Google Deep. But
yeah, I think when I was around the same age and I heard about it, I spent a little bit of time trying to like find it on the internet, trying to dig it up, and I couldn't, and I was like, you know what, that's probably fine, and then I gave up forever.
I'll say that was for the best.
Yeah.
Having been successful in my quest,
yeah,
you don't need to be.
There's no winners here.
That was the days of early YouTube. That was Charlie bit my finger type times.
Yeah. Oh man,
what a wild and lawless place.
I remember middle school is definitely that time where you start learning about just how fucked up the internet can be, and like
whether or not you want to be a part of it.
Yeah, you find those subreddits, or a friend from school shows you a subreddit that's just people dying, like
r/watch people die.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen that before. Oh yeah, I've been on there before. Like not in years, but I don't know. There's just some.
Just when I was preparing for my next mission.
Yeah, exactly, dude. There's just some hard middle school kids who just want to see the worst that the world has to offer just to see if they can handle it. And then they need to show all their friends.
And then what happens next? Where are those kids? The ones who went searching for the cartel videos.
I mean, I know some of them, and a lot of them are contributing members of society, honestly.
You think... Okay, do you think long term for the average person, not someone with underlying psychiatric issues or a history of abuse and neglect or any of those terrible situations, but for a more average individual, do you think that has no impact, a negative impact, or a positive impact? Do you think that, to make a bit of a case for it so you don't have to blindly answer, no impact I think is self-explanatory. Mm-hmm. Negative impact would be anything from nightmares to yearnings to repeat it, to still having an obsession with it and continuing to watch that anything that mental health or real world has a bad effect. And positive might be an appreciation for the danger that's out there, knowing not to take candy from strangers, things like that. Do you think it's possible that this has a positive effect, or is it only a negative?
So for the average person, because I mean, obviously there's a lot of discrepancy between people in general. Like one person it might be positive, one person it might be absolutely scarring. So, but for an average person, I think that it's a gradient depending on how much you've watched. Like if you see it once, even if you like see it once and like click away like quickly because it's so terrible, it's like, all right, well at least now you know like there is some bad shit out there, you know? And it's like, I think it gives you a better perspective, like seeing it quickly as long as it doesn't totally scar you. I think that can actually be positive. You watch a little bit more, it starts like you start getting a little numb to it, it starts getting negative. But then if you watch a lot of it, I think that, yeah, if that's coloring your worldview, that like this is something that you've seen a lot of and are continuing to seek out, yeah, I think that that's pretty bad.
On the positive, if you click away also, it lets you know that you're not attracted to that type of
true,
thing,
yeah.
Which could be a nice salve if you were, questioning. Kill curious, I guess.
So yeah, I think where I was like I watched a couple videos, not all the way through, and then was like, yeah, I've seen this now. I don't need to see it anymore.
Like the Faces of Death stuff?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, dude.
Yeah. Oh. In early high school, my neighbor, who was in the same year as me, told me about it and was pretty flat out. He's like, dude, you don't want to look it up.
Yeah.
You don't need to see that. Don't bother. I'm like, word, that's a pretty level and reasonable perspective, and you did the research, so I'll trust you.
I trust an expert's opinion.
That positive side that you laid out, like knowing that there is terrible, horrible stuff, I'll be honest, after those Scandinavian girls video got posted up, I'm a little more wary about traveling to Morocco.
What was the Scandinavian girls?
That was a beheading one with ISIS like a year and a half ago. Yeah. I'm a little more wary about going to Morocco.
Yeah, you should be.
But that's the case that a lot of these websites like, is it Live Leak? There's a couple of these websites that host this stuff and have these strongly worded mission statements that there is a free speech type of benefit to having this stuff there.
Yeah.
because it, can color how terrible some people can be.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty certain that the people who run those websites don't fall into the category of altruistic.
Free speech advocates.
I think that they found a legitimizable claim to keep their gore porn website going.
Yeah, fuck it if it works.
Something tells me Johnny uploading 3 cartel open chest surgeries a day is not in it for the education of the country.
The people need to see this. But yeah, another little fucked up middle school thing you hear about is the Pain Olympics.
Yup. I heard about that at camp in middle school.
Oh, jeez.
And I never saw that, but I'm pretty sure the ones that I remember hearing was a dude de-penising himself with an axe. Somebody putting a nail through a testicle. Yeah. I don't remember anything past those two. I'm pretty sure my mind went fuzzy.
Yeah, I never actually watched it either. I just had friends with older siblings or whatever who would tell me about it. Why are older siblings just the root of all evil? Just taking a child's innocence at any opportunity they can possibly find.
Ty is like 9 months older than me. He's my best friend back in middle school in Virginia. And we just played Smash Bros. With him last night. Get wrecked. His older brother is 2 or 3 years older than him, so 3 or 4 years older than me. And I still remember when I was in middle school, walking from whatever, like their playroom to Ty's room, we passed Talay's. Door is shut, I knew his girlfriend was over, and I hear sex for the first time. I'm like, whoa.
Wait, how old are you?
I might have been, somewhere like 12?
Okay. So you knew what sex was?
Yeah, like 11, 12, 13.
You were told about it in health class.
Yeah, like, their door's shut, what's going on? And Ty's like, we shouldn't see if he wants to play. I don't think Talay wants to play Rock Band right now.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's about right. So it would be like 16 or so.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that fits.
Damn.
But it's so funny that it's like on the weekend, in the middle of the day, when the whole family's home, plus friends are over.
Damn, that's bold.
I know. I'm putting it together for the first time now, like, wow, that's a full send.
Yeah, I don't think I was ever quite that bold in high school or ever in my life.
Certainly not in high school. Ever? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did have one little mishap in college where Cass was still in the room that we were sharing.
Oh, boy.
And wasn't as asleep as I thought. But to his credit, the trooper didn't say shit till the next morning.
God, I hope he gave you a lot of shit for that.
It's fine. I was such a good roommate. It would be Tuesday at like 1:30 in the morning, so Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I would be in the hall doing homework because his girlfriend came over. I was the nicest roommate in regards to that.
Oh, man.
That's why I think he couldn't really say anything.
Oh, very true. Yeah, at least you could let him stay in his bed.
That was an oof. Misplanned.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's all right. Early college was a time, man. Nobody knew what they were doing, but they were all doing it as hard as they could.
Dude, trying to fit my big-ass body and another person in a twin-size bed was never a good time.
Twin XL, baby.
Especially, like, with how fucking sweaty I get. Like, those close quarters are not for me.
Now I know why your apartment has such high ceilings.
Oh, yeah.
It's for fucking.
Yeah, so I can hang from it.
So my sex swing will have clearance above the ground.
Yeah, exactly. I don't hit my head on the ceiling. But yeah, oh man, twin-size beds. I'm so glad I never have to use one again. Like, never have to own a twin-size bed.
I am very lucky in that, of course, I had a twin-size bed growing up.
Yeah,
until, like, through middle school, because I had this sick captain's bed that was, like, shelves in the head and footboard, and then drawers underneath the bed.
Shelves in the headboard was huge. I kept all my junk there.
So much junk.
Yeah.
So much garbage. But big fan of that. And then I think pretty much immediately when we moved to Connecticut, I got a queen size or a full, might have been full, at like 13.
Nice.
And then had a full. When I moved to that weird little Harry Potter room, we remodeled like an attic room that was under the slanted roof on the second floor. And it was maybe 6 or 7 feet wide and maybe 10 or 11 feet long. So I fit a nightstand, a queen bed, and a dresser. And that was my whole room.
Living like a queen, dude.
I loved it. And I had that. So I had a full or a queen bed all the way through high school. Freshman year, we go back to the twin XL. And yeah, my toes would hang off the end.
Yeah, what a downgrade.
This is not an XL.
Especially because what were those mattresses in college? And I think it's the same at every college.
Oh, yeah. Like, you get the plastic encased.
Yeah, what are those made of?
Tuition payments.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. They're so, like, I don't know. Spongy's not the right word. But yeah.
They're not great mattresses.
They seem like something the military would use, or like a refugee camp, you know?
They're cots. They are the cots that would come pre-condensed into a yoga mat size roll.
Yeah, exactly.
That you open it up and it'll work if FEMA has to help you sleep.
Yeah, it's better than the floor, I guess.
Exactly. And then sophomore year, I was an RA, so I had a room to myself and I brought the queen mattress back up.
Absolutely.
I only had that twin-size mattress for 9 months.
The queen of the RAs.
I was like, I am done with this. Then I had the queen size, commuted, lived in Sweden and had the full size queen. Yeah, big bed after.
Were you ever a top bunk kind of guy?
Hell yeah. I have a brother 18 months apart. Of course we had bunk beds. And I was definitely top bunk. But if you mean in college, kind of. If you remember, the only year that I really had to live in the dorm was freshman year.
Yeah.
And Cass is cool, so I can say his name. Every time Cass and I had a roommate disagreement, we would rearrange our furniture for couples therapy. So our room had 7 or 8 unique setups throughout the course of the year, and some of them were pretty sick.
Yeah.
But at one point we had right angle bunked. Mm-hmm. So
that was a big brain move when people were doing right angle bunks.
So only a portion of the bed is bunked. You're not like trapped underneath, but it still makes a lot more space.
Yeah.
I was on the top for a lot of it because that was just efficient. If you have a bed at knee level, you lose all that floor space. Mm-hmm. If you have a bed at head level, you can still use the room.
Yeah.
So I was up in the air for the most part that year, I would say.
Dude, I was thinking about this and like, how crazy of a concept is it that like all these like 18-year-old kids, like thousands of them,
go to sleepaway camp
who don't know each other, and then for just a year basically, you just have to live with a stranger in your room with pretty much no privacy. Could you imagine doing that now? Just like, all right, for a year, I'm just gonna like find a stranger and live with them in the same room. And maybe we'll attach our beds. Who knows? Could be fun.
I think it's the financial thing. If I found an apartment that was renting for $1,100 split between 2 people, maybe, man.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think
share a bedroom with them, though.
I think I have a personality that's better suited for that. Mm-hmm. I immediately see the fun of late night Smash Bros, rearranging the room furniture, sharing our pool of toys.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I could do it now. I wouldn't want to at all. Like, I'd do everything to avoid it. If I had to do it again, I'd be fine probably. But it's just, I don't know. It's so weird. Just a whole building of strangers. Like, the entire building is people who pretty much don't know each other. Maybe some people found a roommate earlier.
There were a couple of high schools in Connecticut that sent 12 or 13 kids in our dorm.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, some people knew each other for sure. But a lot of them weren't living together, even then.
That's true. Well, that's the thing. You're not supposed to live with someone you're friends with because you'll find out how quickly you can't live with them.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw that play out.
Oh, yeah.
I saw a lot of roommates go sour.
Yeah, I was blessed with good roommates all through college, honestly. Or at least roommates that I meshed well with. When I lived with Z, our room was a smelly pigsty, but we were both smelly pigs, so it was fine.
What a unique human.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I miss Z.
Yeah.
What state, what country, where is he now?
Questions I wish I knew the answers to.
literally not an answer you could give me, except maybe North Korea, where I would be surprised.
Yeah, very true.
That kid, during the semester, he'd just be like, oh, I haven't seen Z in a little while. Oh, yeah, he's in California. Huh. Where's Z been? We're 3 weeks into the new semester and he hasn't come back. Oh, he's in Japan. What? Why? I don't know.
Yeah, I decided to fuck around and just do it.
That kid was so unconstrained by the expectations of university life.
And he graduated just like the rest of us, man.
Z's get degrees, baby. And Z gets degrees, too.
Z's gets degrees.
So handsome.
Yeah.
Such a good guitarist. So many talented individuals that we met.
Yeah.
Through our dorms, through SIGEP, through cheerleading even.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of cool people out there, and I feel very lucky to have gone to UConn and met so many of them.
Yeah. I hope they're all doing all right. I've been doing a decent job, actually, of, like, actually staying in touch with people, and I'm very proud of myself, because that's not usually something I'm good at.
I didn't think it would be something that you were good at, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be something you kind of let slide.
Yeah. This whole Corona thing just puts things in perspective, though. I don't know. Phone calls with people I haven't talked to in months, like, all that kind of stuff. It's a good little social reset. I don't know.
And it's nice because the expectation is only a phone call.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not come visit my city. It's not come spend $150 on a night out.
Yeah.
It's more manageable.
Yeah, definitely. And also, just in these times, I know that everyone is way more receptive to phone calls, too. I don't feel like I'm like, if I call someone out of the blue, I don't feel like, oh, God, like, I hope they're not busy right now. Because I know that they're also probably starving for human interaction, yeah.
Well, that's the positive side of Corona, baby.
Yeah.
We got more people talking.
Yeah,
I've called
definitely.
grandparents and aunts and uncles in the last couple weeks.
Same.
That I very rarely used to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, it ain't all bad.
Oh, dude, my grandma, she lives in, like, not a nursing home, but just, like, an old folks, like, kind of, like, community all in one building. She has her apartment. They, like, make food for them and everything like that.
Yep.
And, oh boy, is this place on heavy-duty lockdown. Everything's wrapped in plastic. She's, like, not allowed to leave her apartment.
Same with my grandma.
They have to put in, like, their order for, like, all the food they need for a week, and then, like, the people go out and get it for them.
Oh, whoa.
It seems tough, dude. It seems tough to be her right now.
Yeah. My grandma, who's living in a similar assisted living facility, they cook their meals there. Mm-hmm. So they'll get 2 choices for each meal, and they have to, like, send their answer down with the aide, and it gets brought to their room. They don't get to leave either.
Yeah.
So I've been talking to her almost every other day. She's been calling me just to check in, and it's nice.
So, in that type of quarantine, how long do you think you could last?
Am I 24 or 70?
Yeah, let's say now. Like, you just can't leave your apartment. If you need food, they'll bring it to you. But, like...
I'll be honest. Look around my apartment real quick.
Yeah, you got a lot of toys.
I think I could last a pretty good while.
That's the thing, though. Someone that age, it's like, oh man, they don't have an Xbox. You know what I'm saying?
We need to teach our grandmas how to play Smash Bros.
Yeah, seriously. Hopefully the arthritis doesn't destroy her. But
I'm going to hell for this one, but my grandma's got Parkinson's. I'm pretty sure I'll beat her.
Who knows? That might just be the edge she needs. But... Yeah, they don't.
Her quick roll game is on point.
Yeah, like they don't know how to use Netflix. They don't know how to, it's all that kind of stuff.
It's where books and network TV. She can't play bridge downstairs with her friends.
Oh man, yeah, that is like my grandma was telling me how she'll just like look out the window and see what's going on outside.
Oh
yeah,
yeah. That would bring my quarantine ability down by a little bit for sure.
Oh my god, I would go crazy so fast. Are you kidding me? Like
if you didn't have Netflix or any video games either,
like I've
a couple days.
I've lived in this age now where it's just if you ever want to be entertained, entertainment is there for you to have. Like it's like even if it's not quality stuff, I can just throw on YouTube and be distracted from everything for hours on end.
All the hours.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like, oh man, if I didn't have that, I'd go crazy. Whereas a lot of older people now who are living in this like true isolation, I think they're just better at being bored than I am.
Being bored is valuable.
It is. It can be meditative for sure, and it's something that I think a lot of people don't have.
it's definitely something that we've been de-acclimatized to over the last couple of decades.
Yeah, our little just psychological candy boxes that are cell phones. I don't know.
But to be fair, my grandma has a computer, so she can get on YouTube or Pornhub just like the rest of us. I don't know what she's complaining about.
And you know what, buddy? I hope she does.